After leaving Tucson, we got an Airbnb in Joshua Tree, California, to use as a final staging location for our jump back into Baja.
What are we doing?
Oh, it's 2 days before we leave, and the truck is a mess, and we got some new stuff that we need to take care of in here. We've got a mat that's going to go down the middle of the aisle, and we've got some drawer liners because we're already starting to see some damage at the bottom of the wood drawers here. So and obviously it's just a wreck, and so we need to unpack and repack. Yeah, just figure out, you know, our plan moving forward and how we're gonna store stuff. And I think you need to get a little bit more familiar with where things are too, so you can get at stuff. So I think this is just part of the peace of mind process before we leave, just making sure that, you know, we feel like everything's where we want it, and we're feeling good about it.
Yeah, because this looks horrible.
Disastrous. Vagabond's all emptied out with all of our stuff, and we're getting ready to repack. Maybe this is a better angle for you to see kind of how this is built. This is all T-slot construction back here, so it makes it really nice for attaching things to it if you need to. And we've got a small cabinet on this side where we put a lot of soft goods, and then this larger cabinet over here, sorry, there's a plate on top of it that's designed to go in the middle here when you want to make a sleeping platform down below. But anyway, this large box back here is where we keep most of our food and tools and jack. It's kind of a catch-all spot. And then on this side, you can see that's where our fridge goes. It's slid out right now because we're just cleaning it. And up above, we have a spot for our stove. And that's where our stove hangs out and our kitchen hangs out. And then let's take you upstairs. We've got an Exped Megamat Duo with a mattress cover over top of it. Yeah, this is the very, very small living space that we will be occupying over the next year or so. Max fan up there for venting, critical. And that's the Vagabond lighting panel down there. Those switches control lighting for the top, and then the middle, and the underneath. So yeah, that's it for now. She's empty, so now comes the fun part of trying to get everything back in the truck. So there's the pile. That's pretty much 100% of what we're taking on the road with us. And these two massive bags, that's where we carry our clothing. I know some of you are thinking, wow, that's a lot of clothing, but when you have to consider that we're taking enough clothes for 4 seasons, it becomes a lot more than you think. So hard to believe, but this is it. Cut our mat and got that put into place, so that looks pretty good and feels nice on the feet, and is protecting the goose gear plate that everything's mounted on. I mean, we're not 100% packed, but we're getting there. Everything's nice and clean. Fridge is up and running again, so we're getting that nice and cool for our food. Tomorrow I'll do some basic maintenance stuff on the truck. We got to clean the headlights, top off the fluids, and do basically a bolt check and check over the electrics and make sure that everything's good to go. But yeah, feeling pretty stoked. We actually threw some stuff away, so getting rid of stuff feels pretty good. We'll see you on the road. While in Joshua Tree and in between packing chores, we were able to get a visit into the park for some light 4x4ing. think you call it Verdu Canyon in Joshua Tree. And it's a cool little 4x4 track.
Yeah, super rocky and kind of pinchy and squeezy in some areas.
Yeah, but I think we're good. I always wanted to do some of this more backcountry stuff here in Joshua Tree, and so now we finally have a vehicle to do it. Don't think I'd be taking a Subaru down here.
No, we would have gotten stuck a long time ago. Out of the canyon. That was actually really fun. I like that.
Glad we did that.
Yeah, there was only one spot that was, at least for me, a little nail bitey, but now that this is our home, I feel differently about doing crazier things. We're actually in Anza Borrego again. This seems to be a nice little spot just to stay over.
But yeah, we're going to bust our way toward El Centro and Mexicali tomorrow. And then we're likely looking at about a week to get down to La Paz to deal with our ferry ticket, which has been a little bit of a struggle. We were hoping to be able to buy it online, but you need to have your vehicle weighed at customs and then provide that information in the form of a receipt to be able to purchase your ticket. So can't do that online because that weight ticket is required. So we're resigned to just buying our ticket there and then waiting however long it takes to the ferry departure date. So you excited about going to Mazatlán?
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm a little freaked out too, just because this is a whole nother beast.
I think we're going to take some extra precautions when we get into Mazatlán, and we'll probably stay at more established camps, RV parks, what have you, for the first couple weeks at least, just until we get our bearings and feel a little bit better about wild camping in Mexico. I don't think it's the best idea for us to just do what we've been doing in the past and in Baja, because it is a little bit of a different type of situation there. I expect that we'll show you some beachfront RV parks and
at least for a little bit. Sometimes this place just is really, really magical. I'm sure I'll think differently when that storm rolls in. But here's home. We've set up kind of at the base of these cliffs. Some really interesting concretions, these sort of spherical sandstone globs, and also some things that look like petrified wood. So there's some motor gliders kind of over on the horizon. It's actually really cool. I wish they'd come over here. It's chicken pot pie night. Woo! It's windy as lovely on Mia.
That's bubbly.
That's lovely. Good. Okay.
Nice.
Let's eat.
All right. After a windy and sleepless night, we packed up and headed for El Centro, our last stop before the border.
Sometimes I feel like Zach and I have bad luck. We're here in El Centro, California, and we're taking care of some last minute business. Last night in Anza Borrego was just bad. There's crazy winds and the weather forecast doesn't look any better for this area. It's saying possibly 50-mile-an-hour wind gusts, and I know that the tent can't take that. Yeah, I think we're gonna get a room and not worry about the wind. Have a night where we're sleeping. We haven't slept the last couple nights. I think we really did make the right decision getting a room tonight. Sitting here at the, where are we? Tractor Supply store, refilling some propane, and wow, the wind is super crazy. I don't even know what time it is, 10 a.m.? It's pretty early, and I would say we're already getting 35-mile-an-hour wind gusts. Zach's out there trying to get this propane. But, yeah.
What's up?
Is it windy enough for you?
It's so windy. I just lost my hat.
I saw that, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm glad we got that room. I don't think we would have been able to be in the tent tonight.
No. You get up around 30, 40 miles an hour. I just don't think the tent can handle it, and they're calling for like 50-mile-an-hour gusts, and no. I think this is just going to make things a lot easier for us.
Yeah. Plus it's Valentine's Day, and
right.
You know,
Valentine's Day burger and a beer.
Yeah, I love that. All right.
Our crossing would turn out to be an uneventful one, so in keeping with tradition, we fueled up with some fish tacos in San Felipe before heading further south.
We're officially in Baja. We had a couple fish tacos in San Felipe, because that's what you do. At least that's what we do. And now we're heading down a wash out to the Sea of Cortez, which is that way. I think it's just going to be sort of like pick and choose our way, but the beach is supposed to be good. And Zach's airing down the tires right now. You might be able to hear the wash is turning out to be a little bit more tricky than either of us thought. Zach is out scouting around. I'd say we're maybe a half a mile or so from the beach. What do you think, babe?
Oh, that'll do for tonight.
Yeah?
We made the attempt to get out to the beach via really rocky wash, and it didn't happen, and so we're sort of, I don't know,
making the best of it.
Gonna take a mulligan here.
Yeah.
Although not the beach, this spot treated us to a restful night. From here, it was on to San Ignacio again to see some old friends.
we found. It's our friend. Hey, hi. Where your mama girlfriend? Huh? Where is she? I'll have to find her too. That's so good. That's so good. Yay, we're so happy to see you. We are. We're so happy to see you. Yeah, you're such a good boy. We made it down to San Ignacio. It's kind of a long push, but now we're just gonna hang out. What do you think?
It's good. Glad we were able to get a spot. It's really busy here.
Kind of surprising, right?
Yeah, a little bit on a weekday. It's like Thursday.
Yeah.
So
Is it? Yeah, Thursday.
yeah, we paid for 2 nights and we're gonna hang out and
Take some showers.
Take some showers and eat some data empanadas and go into town and hopefully enjoy the restaurant. in
Yeah,
town.
yeah.
Maybe walk around the lagoon and we'll be on our way.
Jeez, coming down to Santa Rosalia, and this road is pretty windy. We're gonna go to the bakery this time, and I'm super excited about it. Hopefully, because it's Saturday, hopefully all the peoples didn't come and get all the baked goods, and Zach and I can have some. Who is this? Shall we eat breakfast by him?
While interesting to look at from the outside, we found the Eiffel-designed church in Santa Rosalia to be quite simple on the inside, unlike all of the other missions in Baja that we had seen. From Santa Rosalia, it was on to Mulegé for a short visit and to fill up the tanks. And we couldn't pass up a chance to sample some great craft brews at the Mulegé Brewing Company. We're just south of Mulegé by maybe, I don't know,
20 miles or so. And somebody made the most amazing sort of fire stack, chimney stack, I don't know, fire ring thing.
That's a hell of a chimney.
It is a hell of a chimney, isn't it? Look at that. Somebody did some really good work here. So we might utilize that. And then hopefully in the morning, it'll clear up for us a little bit and this wind will die down, but who knows?
The weather did clear up, making for another memorable Baja sunrise. Ruta snapped these amazing shots while I continued to sleep.
See, but there are dolphins right out in front of us. Oh, it's a huge pod. Oh, that is so cool. Wow, they're so close. What? Oh, it's my favorite.
After lunch in Laredo, we took some time to walk the colorful residential streets in the town.
Oh, buddy. Good morning. This is just such a peaceful little spot. There's some fishermen out there and their pangas getting the catch for the day, and some birds flying around, and it's just so absolutely lovely. Zach and I had a really good night. This is one of those really great nights where there's not a lot going on, and that's okay. So I think we're going to head to La Paz today, and I think we're going to go to try and see if we can find the dock or whatever for the ferry to Mazatlán.
We stopped at this interesting roadside shrine on our way from Ciudad Insurgentes to La Paz and admired its unique and skillful construction. We entered La Paz not knowing that we had arrived during the festivities of Carnival 2023. It was clear from the scale of the cleanup from the night before that La Paz throws quite a party. Passing nearly a mile of RVs, buses, and trailers parked at the beach of Tecolote, we did manage to find a quiet camp just to the north at Playa Pelitas.
Is it spicy? These are very spicy chips. Probably shouldn't be feeding you, but here you go. The rain is here, and we're gonna split. Headed to La Paz for some coffee and maybe a reprieve from the rain. Because I don't really want to be out here on these remote beaches.
We got a good look at the ferry terminal at Pichalinque on our way back to town, and I can say we both felt a twinge of anxiety when we saw the boat we would be boarding to cross into mainland Mexico sitting in the harbor. We'd soon be leaving the familiarity of Baja behind for what truly felt like the real beginning of our adventure. Join us next time when we roll off the ferry in Mazatlán and begin our trek south, marveling at the things we'd see and experience in just our first week in the mainland. There's some ketchup. Shoes.
Whoa.
Howdy, folks. She hates it when I say folks. You excited about...
MG, I will be calling you if we get in trouble. Help.
Little...
Help. Bring,
Ring-a-ding.
MG. Here I'm talking to myself for the camera, and this guy's like, what's that girl doing over there? Maybe some of you know what I mean by that, but I feel like people are laughing at me. Further off-road, not sleeping wild. I'm super glad, because I don't like the wind. Right, babe? You have to be flexible and open?
I am super flexible and so open.
Like a giant gaping... No, we got this thing at the dollar store. Don't fall into the hole. But.